Hello, welcome to a special episode of Beyond the Trailer, and we're here with the writer of Kids, whose latest film, the writer-director of Spring Breakers, right? About four women who meet up with a rapper.
That's right.
And turn to a life of crime.
Right. That's what happens.
Well, you know, there are whole prisons full of women, but why do people still get shocked when they see women commit crimes? Why do you think that is?
Because, well, I don't know if they get shocked when they see them do crime. Maybe it's crimes like the crimes that they commit in the film that are hyper graphic and intense. In some ways, the characters, the girls, are more intense and more kind of hardened than any of the guys or anything that you're used to seeing. It's maybe something more you would be used to seeing guys do, but in some ways, these girls are way more powerful.
Well, one other thing I thought was interesting was like the way they act and the costume they eventually kind of adopt. It reminded me a little bit of like a real-world depiction of comic book villains.
Right.
Did you draw from that medium at all?
I wasn't thinking about comic books, but I was thinking about kind of archetypes maybe, and I was thinking about making a movie that worked almost more like a drug experience, something that was more hallucinatory and more kind of transcendent and physical, and so I was thinking about the characters and relationship to that.
There's a perfect moment in the movie when two of them are watching My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Right.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
They just hit the nail on the head.
Right.
What made you choose that show, and how did you get Hasbro to let you use a clip?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I just thought, like, when I was looking at a lot of the reference imagery, it was a lot of times you would see these things that were hypersexual or hyper-violent and stuff, but then there would be all these kind of childlike details around it, so it just made sense.
Mm-hmm. And also in the film, you have a lot of female nudity, but no male nudity, not really. What made you make that choice?
What, you want me to show penis? Is that what you want?
Well, you have like it's one-sided, I guess.
You just wanted to see the penis, I know.
Well, if I had to look at naked people, I was like, oh, I'm missing something
well, it's
here.
one-sided. I mean, I don't know. Can you show penises?
Is that what it was? Was it more of a rating thing? Or, I
wasn't even really thinking about it. I mean, you don't see vaginas.
Well, yeah, I guess, okay, that's true.
So,
right?
And you see guys topless, so you see girls topless.
That's true. I guess it's just the difference, right, between the two.
Right, I would say so.
Well, another thing is that you use a lot of improvisation in your films, right? So when you're doing a scene like that, how much do you involve the actor in what your goals are for the scene, and maybe even in the film at large?
Yeah, so it's not really improvising in the kind of classic sense where people just make stuff up. It's more like I write a script. The script is like a sketch, and I'm trying to, when I make movies, a lot of times I'm trying to find the film, and so a lot of it is done in the shooting, and so some of the things that seem improvised, I always want you to not be able to really tell where it came from, or things that they're kind of morphed or manipulated, filtered through ideas or through kind of the energy at the moment. So it's almost more abstract. It's more like a game, like you're putting different things in a bottle, shaking up and documenting the explosion.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I mean, would you say your actors are like are aware of the rules of the game, or do you maybe have them more as pieces on the board?
I mean, I think you're aware, but it's also, it's in some ways it's an experiment, or some ways it's more, there are no real rules, so and we're always changing. So I think once they understand that, but actually once they're in character and they understand the story and the world, it all becomes perfect. There's nothing they can do wrong.
Well, and also the DP and editor on the show is a big fan of yours, and he let me know about one of the quotes that you've said is that film is kind of stuck in the birth canal. Do you still feel that way? And if you do, what would it take for you not to feel that way?
I probably said that, like, as a kid when I was starting and things, and I did mean it at the time, and I don't know, I think more than that, it's the ideas of or what constitutes a film is different now. So it's almost like a lot of the same feelings that I got from exciting, from moments in films that I used to watch, or things I can see now in just clips of like girls in a gas station parking lot at 2 a.m. beating each other up or something. It's a similar, type of energy.
And well, this is your most mainstream film yet, though. Was that something that just happened through the casting and the way the film developed, or did you make a conscious decision to move in that direction?
Well, I mean, It really just started with the story. Like I liked the idea of like making a film that was based in spring break, or something that was spring break as a metaphor for something that, you know, maybe for what happens later in the film. I liked also the kind of, I wanted to make a movie that had more of a crime element, more about like the trap houses back, you know, past the strip malls and the tourist spots, more of the beach noir, that kind of, that violence under the palm trees, and, you know, that Florida menace. So I was chasing that mostly, and then, you know, it just so happened that these girls that are pretty famous playing the parts.
Oh yeah, and James Franco.
And James
so you
Franco,
get that
right,
cast
right,
together,
right?
Well, you know, you're very good at getting attention for your films, for generating headlines. Is that a crucial skill for an independent filmmaker?
You know, I don't really know or care. I just like do what I do. Like I don't think about it. I just make the types of movies I want to make and watch, and like hopefully people love them and enjoy them, and like I just want to be the greatest of all time, the greatest that ever did it.
Well, do you think they end up being high concept because they're visually oriented, like visually based?
Yeah, I think they're completely high concept. I think they're also like the lowest concept. I think it's like they're both like, it's like we're like retardation and transcendence intersect.
Well, what do you, I mean, like maybe you don't want to prepare people for your film, but if someone was going to see Spring Breakers, what would you want to say to them before they walked into the theater?
I'd say, you know, open your mind, like allow yourself to enjoy it. You don't, you know, it's sometimes fun to get lost a little bit in it. Let the images and the sounds kind of hit you. It's more meant to be like a physical experience or an emotion, or just a kind of a ride. And so it's maybe a little bit of a different type of film. Yeah, I just say like let yourself go and just kind of let it hit you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Yeah.
Perfect. My last question for you is, now that this is all said and done, are you pro spring break or against spring break?
I'm pro against. No, I mean it's. I mean, look, it's like life. It's like there's great things in it. There are bad things in it. It's an experience. It's like you know, I never see things as one way so much. So I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're at that age and you want to go for it, you should do it.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Flash my tits.